Hello guys, this is Talent Martino and welcome to my first video introduction to Cisco Packet Tracer. Here I'm going to explore how to use Packet Tracer for beginners, and also I'm going to explain the uses of Packet Tracer. Okay guys, Packet Tracer is a networking modeling, simulation and visualization tool for network representation. It has two views, the logical view and the physical view. For the logical view offers the logical interface, that is where we configure devices and where we can follow how packets traverse across the network. Physical view enable one to step into virtual lab to see how logical view translates into physical devices, right? And cables. So Packet Tracer helps to navigate through Cisco Internetwork operating systems. All the Cisco devices or intermediary devices use Cisco IOS, which basically use a command line interface for communication purpose, right? So Cisco Packet Tracer, it offers a good media for practicing of network configuration and troubleshooting skills without the access to physical environment itself. It also enables one to learn and practice Internet of Things as well as cybersecurity skills. By configuring wireless devices, by configuring programming of sensors. So guys, here I'm going to delve into how to connect the devices using Packet Tracer. So I'm going to share my screen, right? This is the Cisco Packet Tracer. Guys, this is the view Cisco Packet Tracer offers whenever one opening. So if you can see here, lower left bottom corner, this is where we can find our devices. Firstly, these are network devices, routers, switches, hubs, wireless devices, security, firewalls, as well as the WAN emulation. Next is the end devices which can be used by the host or the client. All right? Laptops, servers, voice over internet, phones, TVs, among others, guys. Right? The next are the components that can be used for IoT configuration. The next, these are connections, guys. Connections used to connect different types of devices. So these connections are different depending on devices which are being configured. Right. So the first connection itself, the console cable. This is used for outbound connection. That is the connection of a laptop or a desktop with the intermediary device without the need of internet. So basically, this is used by the network engineer to configure a switch, right? The next is a crossover. The next is a fiber. The next, a phone. The next, coaxial. As we move through the line, guys, these are different types of connectors that can be used, right? So here you can open a new file, top corner. Here you can open already existing file, right? Here you can save your file, guys. Here you can print it. Here you can have network information. Here you can set the name. You can email additional information before submission of the file. As you just hover, guys, upon each and every icon, there's a description of what can be offered by Cisco Packet Tracer. So I'm going to delve, guys, into more detail. So here I just want to connect, I want to connect a switch and a laptop using a console cable. As I said, console cable is used to connect readily available devices the engineer might have. Right, I want a 2960 switch. Yeah. Connections, I'm going to select the console cable with the two ends, guys. One with an RJ45 end that can enter into a console port on the switch. And the other end on the laptop is a RS232, right? This one. This is the connection, guys, for a laptop as well as a switch. Regard me as your network engineer, guys. I want to show you how to navigate or how to communicate with this switch using a command line interface. So upon one click on the laptop, right? Upon one click on the laptop, right? There are different types of things that can be shown, guys. There's physical config, desktop programming attributes. But today I want you to focus more on desktop, and then terminal, which is our command line interface, the interface for us to communicate with the Cisco switch. Terminal. Okay. Right. Guys. New share, guys. New share. I want to share with you guys this laptop too. This laptop too with you. This one. Right. This is the thing, guys, I want to share with you. As you can see, this black screen with white text. If I click enter, enter is just the other name for return, guys. You see a switch name, which is switch with a greater than sign. This is the user exec mode, guys. So basically, intermediate device have three modes: user exec mode, privilege exec mode, as well as the global configuration mode. So as you see the greater than sign, it means you are in the user exec mode, which is the mode with the few command line commands, which you can perform. Very, very limited commands one can perform in the user exec mode. So it is recommended that you must leave your intermediary device, a switch, a router, or any other intermediary devices in the user exec mode, so as to limit the access by unauthorized users to the privileged exec mode as well as the configuration mode. So as I'm going to say shift as well as question mark, which is the help, you see there are limited number of commands that can be performed within the user exec mode. Now I'm going to read this one. This is connect, this is disable, disconnect, as well as enable to turn on privileged command. This is privileged exec mode. We just entered the privileged exec mode by typing enable, guys. Enable. Right. As you see a hash, we are now in the privileged exec mode. Right? We are now in the privileged exec mode. Right. As I am going to type shift help, which is the question mark, you will see the number of commands which one can perform within the privileged exec mode. There are quite a number of commands, guys, one can perform. So these are all commands one can perform. One can make alterations, guys, to the switch within the network, and then there is a disaster. So we need to leave our devices within the user exec mode to limit the number of commands one can perform, right? As I read, there is clear clock configure. I'm interested with the configure, guys, to enter the third mode, which is the configuration mode. Right. So here, if I type configure, then terminal, enter. Right, guys, you see a switch with a config within the brackets, right? This is to say we are now in the configuration mode. Here, it is where all other commands or changes to the switch can be done. For example, I want to change the host name for the switch to finance. Let's say the switch is in the finance department. So we just say host name. Then we say finance. Enter. Right. You see the name of the switch has changed, guys. We have changed the name of the switch to finance. Right. How do we go back to privileged exec mode as well as to user exec mode? As the number of commands change per each and every mode. There might be number of commands you cannot perform within the global configuration, which one to access in the privilege exec, or which you cannot perform in the privilege exec, which one to perform within the user exec mode. If you're in the configuration mode, then you want to go back into the privileged exec mode. You type exit, guys, exit. We are now in the privileged exec mode. From this to user exec mode, we type disable, guys. Right, we are now back into the user exec mode. But however, security point of view, there is need to put a password or to secure privileged exec mode so as to limit unauthorized entry to make changes within the network. So we want to go back, guys, into the global configuration to configure a password to secure the privileged exec mode. How do we do that? We type enable. Right. Now we are in this one. Then we type configure terminal. Right. One can enable password by saying enable secret. Then specify the name of the password you want. I just type password here. Password. Paying my password, guys. Enter. Right. As we traverse back to the user exec mode, exit. All right. Disable. Right. Want to go back now into the switch. And you see the fun fact, guys. Enable. Here, the switch is now prompting for the password. The switch will prompt for the password. If you force it to go into the switch itself, it will revert to user exec mode. Right. Enable password. Then password. Enter. If I enter the password, you see now we are now in the privileged exec mode, guys. Good. So you can go ahead and say configure terminal if you want to configure some IP addresses which enable network or which enable our devices to be seen within the network itself. But guys, this is not the shortest video I want to record. So stay tuned as we record for more videos, as we are going to describe how to make packets traverse within the network, how to make devices communicate to each other. Stay tuned, like and subscribe, and stay informed for more videos. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you. Please share. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.